Hey, how's it going, guys? I had a lot of people asking me about the type of gear that they should take when they're traveling, and so I'll just start off with this video, and if you like it, I'll do some other gear reviews, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's get started. The first item that you're going to want to take with you in any trip abroad is a money belt. When you go to any travel or backpacking store, you're going to see several options. I see a lot of people walking around with neck pouches, and those work okay. I personally don't like them just because they tend to be a bit bulky, and when you wear it under your shirt, it prints significantly, and it's quite obvious that it's there. After a while, it just gets annoying, and I've seen people, they wear it for a couple of days, maybe even a week, and then after that, they just stop wearing it, and they leave it in their pack. And if you're not going to wear it, what's the point of even having it? The second option, the preferable option, is the money belt. The most common type of money belt you're going to find at the stores is the tan cotton kind. They tend to be by Eagle Creek. They'll run you about $12 to $15, and they're decent quality and they're decent value. I've used one for about 3 months backpacking through Europe and about a month in Brazil, and it works fine. It's durable, it breathes decently, but the only problem with that is that it chafes, and it's quite heavy, and it soaks up sweat and moisture, and it just gets uncomfortable, and chafing is not something that you want to have to deal with when you're traveling. A better option is the silk version of the money belt. This one will run you about $25 to $30, so it is more expensive, but trust me, for something that you're going to be wearing every day and taking with you everywhere, that extra little bit of money is worth it. Because it is thinner and because it's made out of silk, it is softer, and you will also feel the difference when you're carrying it. It doesn't really feel like anything. In addition to that, because it is thinner and because it is softer, when it gets wet, it dries so much faster, which is very important when you're traveling through hot climates, or even in cold climates, because when you're layering up, when you're walking around in the wilderness, when you're doing hiking or anything like that, you will sweat. And so having to deal with perspiration and evaporation and getting that off of your body is going to become an issue no matter what environment you're going through. So this particular one is also by Eagle Creek. I've had this one for about 12 months, I think. I've worn it through Korea and China, all over Southeast Asia, through Nepal. I actually wore this when I was hiking through the Himalayas to Mount Everest Base Camp, into India, through Southern Europe, and across America, and I wore this through Australia as well. So it's lasted me quite well. I'm going to tell you, I have to be honest though, that after a while, it does wear because it is that thin, and as you can see right here, there's a small little hole that I've had to sew up and patch up. But other than that, really, patch-ups are really easy. You just take some thread and just wind it through the hole, and it's not going to be any problem. Other issues are, let's see here, the strap right here, it winds through this loop and it comes out, and it's adjustable to your waist length. Now, one issue you're going to deal with no matter what money belt you get is the first time you put it on and strap it on, and as you can see, this clasp fits in here. You're going to cinch it up, pull on this strap until it's your right length, wear it underneath your pants, and then walk around. But what people who own money belts quickly find out is as you walk around, this will work its way loose, and the strap will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the main compartment, depending on how heavily you load it, will start to get further and further and further down your waist, and it's going to snake its way down your pants leg. Then eventually, when you finally realize how far it's gotten, you're going to have to unzip your pants, reach down your pants leg, and pull this back up. So before you leave, after you buy your money belt, take this, click it on to your waist, cinch up the strap until it's not tight, but up to a point where you feel the elastic being engaged. Not too tight, but just enough where it feels like you're wearing a pair of sweatpants. Once it's the proper length, get a small sewing kit and sew the strap to that length, because you're the only one who's going to have to wear it and you're not going to need to adjust it anymore, and then cut off the excess fabric. Now, if you think that you're going to be losing weight, or if your waist fluctuates greatly when you're traveling, I would cinch it up a little bit tighter. But even then, if you lose a lot of weight and this has extra room, it's not really going to be a problem to cut this, cinch it up some more, and then sew it again. But really, do that before you leave. That's something that I learned the hard way, and I had to deal with it when I was in Brazil. and it's best to get that out of the way. The actual internal part of the pack is fairly small. It comes with a plastic carry case that fits inside in case you have any valuables that you don't want to get wet. As you can see, that this one has been through quite a bit of wear. What I tend to do is I'll put Xerox copies of my passport and credit cards in here, just so that it doesn't get wet and the colors don't run. But other than that, I store everything else in the main compartment. Now here you'll see there's a divided compartment right here on the left, which is just big enough to fit a passport in. And then to the right of that is a smaller compartment where you can fit your ID and credit cards. And then in the main compartment, you can put your cash. Right that, like so. Now the problem that I see most people doing, the big mistake that I see most people doing when they're traveling with money belts, is they'll stick all their valuables inside the money belt, wear it underneath their pants, and then when they need to buy something or show some ID, they have to unzip their pants or just dig down into their pants and pull this out. What you should do is keep only your essential valuables, the things that you just can't afford to lose, like your passport, driver's license, credit cards, ATM cards, and large bills for like $100 bills in here. And then in addition to the money belt, I would have a decoy wallet. Now the decoy wallet is cheap. This one I just got in some store. I think it was Levi's. The decoy wallet is where you keep your petty cash. So while most of your money and cards are in here, in the decoy wallet what I would keep is, say, a Xerox copy of your driver's license or your international driver's license for when you're in another country, so you can show it for quick ID without having to resort to going to your passport. Some petty cash, say about $20, $30, $40, just enough to get you food, museum entry, or any other small expenses that you might have to go to without having to resort to your main money belt. And also, another tip, when you get a decoy wallet, make sure that it has a zip for coins. I learned really quickly that no matter what country you go to, you're going to be collecting a lot of coins. Best of my knowledge, America, the United States, tends to be the only country I know of where $1 is a note. You go to any other country, you go to Europe, the €1 and the €2 coin is not a note, it's coin. It's also the same for Great Britain. £1 and £2 is a coin, whereas the smallest denomination for a note is a 5. Same thing for Australia. So if you're from the United States, you're going to find out very quickly that those coins are going to add up. And that's a lot of money. And you're not going to want to like throw it away like you would coins back home. So make sure that your decoy wallet has a zip pouch for coins. The great thing about having the decoy wallet in addition to the money belt is you don't have to reach in your pants to get to this, even though you know that you have this when you absolutely need it. And also, if you're traveling in places where crime and petty theft is an issue, if the wallet gets taken, yeah, it's going to be a bummer, but it's not going to be life-threatening to your trip. Anybody who's talked down Las Ramblas in Barcelona or certain streets in New Delhi can agree with me, or certain parts of Bangkok can definitely agree with me on that. So have a decoy wallet for your petty expenses and a money belt for everything else. And that's about it. Alright, have a great day, guys. Bye.